when I say that today in India, farming is not viable. We all aspire to be engineers and MBAs and doctors. Nobody aspires to be a farmer today, right? And the reason is that you can't make money being a farmer. You're only losing money if you're a farmer, right? The average age of a farmer in India today is 45. All the young people are leaving the villages. There are some who come to the city and study and get into white collar jobs. There are some who come to the city to become Uber drivers, Ola drivers. That's what is happening. So if the average age today is 45, what's going to happen 20 years from now? Who's going to be growing our food, right? So to change this and to this effect, Akshayakalpa has been working very closely with farmers. What we are doing is we are getting them to grow good food, because when they grow good food, they can earn well, right? Did you also know that organic farmers are also called climate farmers? The reason they're called that is because when you put life back into soil, soil becomes capable of doing something which all of you are trying to do with carbon. The right place for carbon is soil, and soil gets into the position of absorbing all the carbon from the environment when the soil is alive. And so all the organic farmers that are here in India, across the globe, are actually climate farmers. So we are working with climate farmers. We're trying to bring a change in their lives. We're trying to make sure that they are earning well, and they're also helping in reducing carbon in the atmosphere. To this effect, from making farming viable, an average Akshayakalpa farmer earns 1 lakh rupees a month. This is what we have achieved in 13 years of working with them. And we continue to work with them. We have around 850 farmers in Karnataka. About 300 farmers are trying to become Akshayakalpa farmers. It's a 3-year process where they convert their land into organic. It's a transformation process that the land goes through, and then they become Akshayakalpa farmers. On the consumer side, what are we trying to do? We're trying to produce possibly the highest quality of food this country is producing. That's what we're trying to do. What gives us the authority to make such a strong claim? We know 3 things really, really well. We know how to take care of our cows really well. We know how to take care of the soil really well. And we know how to take care of milk really well. Conventionally, people tie their cows. That's the image we have of cows. If you go to an Akshayakalpa farm, you'll see cows are free. They're not tied, they're not tethered. That rope is not going through their nose, right? They're living in a healthy atmosphere. And because of this, they don't fall sick often. And when they don't fall sick often, there's no antibiotics being given to the cows. Antibiotic resistance is becoming the largest threat to humankind. And that is happening because of meat and dairy industry, something that we are trying to combat. On the fodder side, conventionally, a dairy farmer buys fodder from outside. So he doesn't know what has gone into the food that the cow is eating. So at Akshayakalpa, the farmer grows his own fodder, and he's providing fresh fodder to the cow to make sure that the cow is producing good milk. On the milk side, we're making sure that the process of milking is not hand-led, it is machine-led. It's a very gentle process on the cow, 7 to 8 minutes is what it takes. So this is what we do on the product side to make sure that we are possibly producing the best milk in the country. The thing that we have seen is that there is a huge disconnect as far as we all are concerned. We don't really connect with farmers. We don't feel a bond towards farmers. We don't, there's no connection, honestly, right? Like when I talk about farmers, possibly 50% of you would have switched off when I started speaking about farmers. But we want to change that because they are very important to us. Even in culture, there is a saying that we all use, which is Annadata Sukhi Bhava, which is something that is taught to all children at a very, very young age, where you say thank you to the person who's grown the food that you're now eating. And so we want to form that bond. And for this, we have something called the Good Food Movement, where we're taking urbanites to the source of food. When you go back and connect to the source of food, you'll understand what is happening with the food industry. You'll understand what is going right and what is going wrong. And when you know that, you'll all start asking the right questions, because we are responsible for putting good food on the table for our families. So we need to ask hard questions to brands and make sure that brands are held liable and brands are giving you food that is good for you and good for your family. So that's Good Food Movement. That's a farm visit that we have, and we have many other activities around that, and I'll be happy to chat with all of you on this when we take a break. We also have a recycling initiative where we take the milk packets back from our customers. We don't want it to end up in landfills. To this effect, we've collected about 10,000 kg of plastic in the last 1 year back from our customers. About 25% of Akshayakalpa customers recycle, which we're very, very proud of, and we want to take that number to 100% and become possibly the only brand in the country who's managed to do this. So that's a little bit about us. We have a lot of buttermilk, a lot of yogurt out there for all of you when you take the break. So please come and try some really organic, fresh food that has come straight from the farm. Thank you.
Thank you, Vachana. Suddenly from motors, deep tech, batteries, you are hearing about cows? Yeah, I know. It's like a super change. But as she said, I think it's Annadata Sukhi Baba.